This video shows you how to upload games to Arduboy or homemade Arduboy, including utilities for the flash card that you can hold 500 games. I want to go over 1000 subscribers. I'm now still missing 200. If you like my videos, please help me to subscribe and ask your friends to subscribe too. Thank you. Detailed instruction here to set up Arduino for the homemade package board manager. First thing you need to do is copy this URL for board manager and then go back into Arduino. In the Arduino, click on the preference. There will be the additional board manager, so just copy and paste this homemade package into the URL. Click OK. Then you need to exit Arduino first before it's activated. Start it again to activate that setting. And then we go to Tools, Board, to select the board manager. Again, Tools, Board manager. And in here we search for the Arduboy. You will find the Arduboy homemade package. Install the latest version and then also do the updates. Okay, so you will have 1.2.5 installed. Next, we're going to select the homemade Arduboy as a board instead of the Arduboy. The Arduboy is the one that is original in the market. The homemade Arduboy is for the clones and has certain modification. Okay, once you select this, you need to select the board. So if you follow my instruction, the hardware we should use should be SparkFun Pro Micro 5V standard wiring. So just choose that. Not the alternate wiring. Alternate wiring means the GPIO pins will be different and they are used to compensate for the lack of breakout pins D11, D12 and D13. So some pins are shifted. But if you follow my instruction, you should be using the standard wiring because we also solder out the additional breakout pins for D11 to D13. So let's choose that one and then go back here again. You need to choose the Arduboy optimized core. So the bootloader will have less memory requirements. And then for the display, you need to choose SSD 1306, which is the same as the SSD controller we use for the OLED display. Some of the other available OLED are 1309, but the standard one comes with 1306. Okay, and then for the bootloader, we'll need to change it to CAT 3K. This version will allow us to recognize the serial flash that we can store 500 games and load from it when we play. So let's choose that. Well, let's go back once more and check things out. Okay, so homemade Arduboy Pro Micro 5V standard wiring, optimized core, SSD 1306, and a CAT 3K bootloader. For the port, you don't need to choose anything because we'll be changing the programmer to USBasp. Now we're going to load the bootloader. Before we do that, we need to make sure we got the USBasp, the one that has the modification for 3V. Make sure we jump the jumper to the 3V selection. Otherwise, it could burn the serial flash. So double check that. And then we insert our special made cable for this Arduboy homemade package. Insert it to the USBasp. Insert the other end to the expansion pin here. We make sure this pin is marked by pin 1. This one is also marked for pin 1. Otherwise, it will not work. So just insert it. And we plug in the USB cable to your computer. If it's successful, you will see the power is applied and the Arduboy blinking. Will be blinking. Because I already programmed it, so you see the Arduboy has boot up, but if it's a flash device, you will see nothing. So to flash the Arduboy, don't need to double check all these settings. We have the USBasp as the programmer, and then we'll just click Burn Bootloader. But I need to reset my Arduboy to the flash mode first by pressing the reset button. So it's now writing and reading back. Okay, so I can repeat it again. So first reset your Arduboy to the flash mode, and then burn bootloader. Writing and reading back. So now it's successful. And then your Arduboy will be restarted with this screen if all is good. If you don't get this screen, that means your serial flash has something wrong. Even though the serial flash is empty, as long as the bootloader detected you got a serial flash, this menu screen will come up. If there's no serial flash, then this one will not come up, and you may get a serial flash error icon. So double check your wiring if you don't get this screen. Next, we can start to put games onto this. We can upload single games through Arduino IDE to the Arduboy without using the serial flash. And it's like compiling any Arduino sketch. Let's see how it's done. There are different ways to find the source code for games. The first one is search for the Arduino community games in Google. You'll find the Arduboy community, and then there's a folder specially for games. There are regular competitions called Game Jam, where people submitted their development of games for people to vote, and then you can download. There are also other posts from all members of the forum. The posts usually contain a link to GitHub, where you can download the game's source and the hex file. We'll talk about how to upload hex files to the Arduboy later. The second method is to search the Arduboy games on GitHub. For example, this one. It's a Pico Vader. It's an Arduboy version of Invader, Space Invader. So to get the source code, you click on Clone or Download. Download zip, and then you can open the zip file in the Finder using Download. Open the zip file, and then you'll get this folder. Just copy the whole thing to your Arduino directory. So my Arduino directory usually is in your Documents, Arduino. So you copy it into this directory. So this is it. To make it work, you need to rename the folder to be the same as the name of the INO file. So just let us rename. Let's keep. Create two hex files for you, one without the bootloader, one with the bootloader. So we usually use this one without the bootloader to upload to the Arduboy. To upload hex files to Arduboy, we need to use MR.Blinky's Arduboy Python utilities. So you can browse to this URL, it will be available on the link, and then get to this page. There's an instruction on how to install it. Let's follow this instruction. You need to first install a Python to your operating system if you don't have this already. Then continue to install additional module, PySerial, and then create a shortcut. So there are many different utilities. To upload the hex file, we'll use the Bootloader utility. This command, uploader.py file to upload, which is the name of the hex file. Okay, next, let's bring out the terminal. We'll type some commands in. So let's first show the sketch folder. And then we press the right click. And then while the right click is displayed, press Option. It will show you the copy path option. So copy the entire path. We connect the USB cable to the Arduboy and the other end to your computer. Then switch it on. We will start loading a previous game like the Space Invader. While it's playing, you can type this command python uploader.py, pasting the full path name of the hex file you want to load for your game. Like this one is the Pico Vaders hex file. And then press enter. So we'll start flashing directly to the ATmega32U4 of the Arduboy. And this is done. So this is without using the serial flash. It just loads one game at a time. After loading, the game will start playing by itself, and then you can test. Let's bring back MR.Blinky's GitHub page. So we'll be focusing on the flashcard builder. This one. To build the big game file that may contain 500 games. The flashcard writer. That means to copy all this single big game file to your Arduboy flash memory. Okay, so first you have to clone this and download the zip file, and then move it to your directory. So I've moved the whole thing into this Arduboy directory. So there are already some sample games that we can download. To build the flash compatible games image, like this one, gamesimage.bin, what you need to do is first to gather all the games you want to create, like these hex files. Find the hex files. You can find it from the GitHub or from other game collection. Sometimes they come with the PNG file. That is a snapshot of the screen that is required for each game. This file needs to be created if we don't get that. For example, I have a list of games in this folder that I couldn't find the PNG file, so I just use some graphical software like PowerPoint to create all these PNG file for the screen. So this screen will be shown in the game selection menu when you boot up your Arduboy. So just type the text there and create this bitmap file. This file will need to be 120 by 40 by 64. So like this one. This is 128 by 64 pixels. Okay, so once you gather everything in the right folder, you can edit an Excel file. It's called games.csv, which contain all your games. So let's open with Excel. The first line is how things are supposed to be, and then you need to follow that. Starting from the third row is what you can change. The path and directory syntax of this file follows the operating system you're using. Say if you are using Windows XP, it will be C:\\. I'm using the Mac OS X, so it's in Unix path name format. I use / instead of \. And you can see all this directory one by one. Each directory can file we need to upload. So let's copy this command, paste it in here, and just change the last parameter to what we need, which is games image.bin. So it will be the same as this one. Before we start the upload, we have to connect the USB cable and then click the reset button, so it will be put into a flash mode, and then we hit enter. And then you see the LED is blinking. The flash card ID has been detected. It is a Win1 chip and it has 16 megabytes of memory. Now it's writing. As long as the red LED keeps blinking, that means it's still writing. So it starts counting how many blocks written, total 2005 blocks. This will go on for a while, around 1 minute, so let's be patient. I fast forward the video so we don't need to wait that long. The actual process took 2 minutes. Okay, it's done now. So after loading, you can press the reset button and the LED will be blinking. Then you can use this left and right key to select the game folder. So remember, we put a lot of games in the archived game folder. Then you can go up and down to select the game you want to play. For example, let's play the E-Wait, which is a very nice game. Press the B button to load it from the flash memory. Once it's done, it will start the game, and then you can follow the button instructions from that game to start it. You can also change the game head while playing. It won't impact the game, so I just remove the game head, and I'll be putting in a joystick game head, this one. Using a joystick is much easier. Okay, if you're tired of playing the game, what do? Press the reset button, go back to the game selection menu, and you can press reset, press left or right to go to the right game you want to play. For example, this one, press the B to flash the CPU with the binary loaded from the flash memory, and then you can start playing. Okay, that's it. Enjoy your gaming. If you like my video, please subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe too. I'm going to go over 1,000 subscribers. I'm still missing 200, so really appreciate all your help.